What's up, guys, and welcome back. I'm back here at Genesis of Lakewood with this brand new 2024 Genesis GV80. Now, this is not just another GV80. This is their most luxurious, the most elite trim that there is. They call it the Prestige Signature. And if you're wondering what's so special about it, well, stay tuned, because today I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to start right up front, checking out what powers up this thing, walking around, and finally, yeah, hint, hint, getting on the inside of this vehicle and checking out what's there. So if you're interested in watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and ring that bell notification bell so you won't miss any of the content that's coming out. And now let's get back to this. The GV80 was the first SUV introduced by this Korean luxury automaker, and it was followed by the GV70 and the GV60, so now we have three, and I'm not sure if the GV90 is ever coming in or not, but let's take a look. I like this aggressive stance of it. I've always liked the GV80. This is my favorite one. Let's take a peek. First of all, as we get closer to it, you can see this big Genesis wings, this Genesis logo that creates this indent inside of this rather large hood. And then if you scroll down here, you have this smoked chrome grille. This is the mesh grille. A lot of open spaces, a lot of air can get inside of it, help with cooling, help with aerodynamics of this engine. You also have this front view camera. And what I like about this vehicle too, check this out, the lights, the double stacked lights. Now let me hit the lock first and then unlock so you can see how nicely they illuminate. So of course, these are the headlights, the daytime running lights, turn signals, everything is right in one place here. And down below, you also have an actual air intakes to help with this aerodynamics of this vehicle. Now this matte green works really well with this smoked chrome, and you can see some trim pieces, of course the grille, and then you have this trim piece right down here. And then let's before we go around the corner and take you to the side profile of it, let's actually go here and see what powers up this thing. And underneath the hood, you'll find a 3.5-liter twin turbocharged V6 producing 375 horsepower and 391 foot-pounds of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now this is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. What's also important to mention that it does have the electronically controlled suspension. And look at the setup right here. I apologize, it's a little bit there. It just got to the dealership, but you have this extra bracing right here. You have some sound insulation underneath, and of course the hood is raised up by this struts on both sides, so no need for the ugly prop sticks here. And as we go around the corner of this vehicle and reveal the side profile, this is very nice, sporty, and luxurious. And I love this color combination, if I haven't said that already. Now let's check this out. As far as the wheels and tires on the Prestige Signature, you'll get the black wheels. They're 22-inch wheels. Nice rims, 265 by 40 is the tire size, and you can see some of that suspension components inside of there. Now these are not just the trim pieces right here. I'm referring to this chrome, see? Now they also serve as a turn signal, so they illuminate as soon as you put your blinker on, and it does have the folding in mirrors. You can unfold them by unlocking this vehicle. Let's hit the unlock first, right there. Really nice, same color as the rest of the car with the piano black at the bottom. There have cameras inside of them, so you know it's going to have a 360 blind spot assist. Of course, this vehicle is equipped with the sensors all around, so you can lock it, unlock it as long as you have the key somewhere on you. And see what I was talking about, the smoked trim piece. This is all over this vehicle. It's really matching very nicely. It also has the low profile roof rails and this brand new remote with the summon feature on here. So what does it do? Well, that allows you to take this vehicle in and out of a tight parking space if you'd like to. So first of all, you start this vehicle, so you can see it started, and then you can start moving it around by hitting the forward or reverse. So now you can take your Genesis GV80 for a walk, and as soon as you let go, the vehicle stops. Looks really, really sharp. And now that the lights are on, let's check this out from the back. So this very thin stripe of lighting right on top. Now this is your brake light, and then of course you have the double stacked lights in the back as well. Now this is all LED, GV80 on one side, Genesis in the middle, four-wheel drive, 3.5T. This is your engine indication, and then right underneath here you'll have the real exhaust, no fake stuff in here, and then the reverse lights. Well, let's turn this off. Well, let's get this gate open. Of course, everything is power, and let's see what we have. Tons of room. Now this is a 4-seater configuration. All right, check that out inside in just a little bit, but let's see what's going on here. First of all, you'll get this kit when you buy the matte paint Genesis, and this is your detailing prescription for the matte paint on the Genesis. So you don't just run it through an irregular car wash. Therefore, we have some dust on this vehicle because I didn't want to run it through the car wash here. I also have the buttons to fold down the seats. Both of them can be folded down, creating more room. Kind of a slow process, but hey, we've seen that on some of the German stuff too. It takes forever, unfortunately. It's raising back up. And underneath this floor right here, you have a little bit extra storage. Now I was thinking that it's gonna have the tire underneath there, but no, but there's a lot more storage down underneath here. And you have the cargo cover here as well. And then check this out, also have the speakers. Now this stereo sounds absolutely amazing. Hopefully I'll be able to sample that for you in just a little bit, but let's get inside and let's see what's so special about this Prestige Signature series. Oh, let's check inside this vehicle because that's where the magic happens, right here. I love the design of this rear door panel and the materials that they use, kind of leatherette trim, and this is the real wood trim. This is no fake plastic or anything like this. You have some aluminum trimming around the speakers itself as well. You also have the power sunshade right here, really nice touch, but you need that nice touch for this executive seating right here. Check this out. We have two very comfortable captain chairs. They're all dressed in Napa leather, and look at the design. You have the quilted stitching, you have some perforations right here, you have some solid, you have tubing, you have everything that you want to get, and these are controlled right here on the side. You also have a button that says relax, and once you press this button, look what happens. Now the seat adjusts and it gives you that very comfortable lounging position right here. And also in the middle you have your own settings for climate control. You have the heated, ventilated seats, you have the fan control, temperature control. Down underneath you have the USB and the regular outlet, and right in this middle console you also have your cup holders. You have a little bit extra storage. You have the wireless charging for your phone and more storage right on top. So truly an executive like seating. Now if you wanted to move the front seat and have more room on the passenger side, you can do that without getting out and pressing, going to the front of the vehicle. This can be adjusted from here. All right, so this is a really nice feature. We've seen it on other Genesis models. You also have the seat back pockets. Now let me jump inside and I'll show you the rest of this. So as far as the roominess, you can see that I have plenty of room behind the seat that's adjusted to my regular seating position. I am 6 feet tall, so no shortage of room. But before I show you the headroom, I also want to point out here too that you have the vanity mirrors with illumination on both sides, driver and passenger, your own lights, and this is a super nice and suede headliner. You also have a panoramic sunroof, which part of it is in front, part of it is right here over the rear seats in here. So let's check out the headroom. Super nice and comfortable, especially if you're lounging like this. Plenty of headroom, really nice, really luxurious. Well, before I fall asleep, let me show you what's going on in the front. And first of all, let's check out the sound of the closing door right here. Boom. Nice and solid, and this noise is because the car is running and the key is on me. So let's take a look. Front door panel right here, we have this wood grain, you have the 2 memory seat settings, you also have the Lexicon stereo speaker, which sounds absolutely amazing. Again, you have the window mirror lock controls right here, very nicely padded side right here, and then you have more storage right at the bottom here. Now you also have some ambient lighting, which right now unfortunately you can't see, but it is underneath this trim piece right here. And check out this interior, guys. Absolutely amazing, not only for passenger but also for driver and passenger right here. Look at this. This one has the ergo motion seat from Genesis. You have several adjustments right on the side. That includes your ergo motion, kind of a massage seating over here, and then it includes your thigh support as well, lumbar support, and several different positions. Of course, Genesis right on the door sill, and then you also have tons of storage underneath this floating console, so you can put stuff in here. And look at this, they even thought about padding this front portion right here with the same Napa leather as you have on the rest of this vehicle. Before I jump inside, on the left hand side we have the dimmer, we have the auto on off button, we have the traction control, we have the hold for the gate, so this is the gate opener, and the parking, and you also have the tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Now let me jump inside, I'll show you the rest of these cool features. Check it out, guys. This is the interior of this luxury SUV, and I gotta tell you, it looks super good. Now you have this instrument panel right here, this dashboard. This is all wrapped in this leatherette soft touch material. You also have this 14-inch screen, and when the fuel level goes down, it's gonna ask you automatically if you wanna look for the gas stations. At this point we're going to say no at the moment, but you know, this is, I just want to leave it up there and show you that this is what the vehicle does. Now the steering wheel, dual tone, right? So you have the colors matching the rest of the interior. By the way, this is brown, beige, and all of this aluminum, and this is all the colors that you have, plus black, of course, on the inside of this vehicle, looking really good. You have the Genesis logo. Now on the left hand side, this is for your phone. You have the mode and favorite button. These are customizable. You have your volume button, of course, up and down, what's going on in here, and then you have pages, different menu pages, which you can change on this 3D instrument cluster, which I'm going to show you that in just a second. And then you have the cruise control, dynamic cruise control, and then of course again you have some adjustments that can be made with this toggle switch right here. So let's take a look. This is fully digital. I'm not even sure if the camera is going to be able to capture of what's really going on in here, but this is like a truly 3D type of setup. And let's see, when we change the modes, put it in sport, that creates this little bit sportier look. Now we have the regular mode, also comfort, eco, snow. You see how that's changing, and this is it. This is what we have here. Now in the middle, you know, this is something that we can toggle through and see what other features are available right in the middle. So you have the compass, you have drive info, and then back to your lane keep assist. So overall, this is more of a traditional looking instrument cluster. You have the speedometer on the left hand side, tachometer on the right hand side. At the bottom you have the temperature. You also have the gas range of how many miles you have before you get empty. And you see, probably you see those two lights. Now I don't see them, but the camera is picking those up. This is for the attention assist, making sure that you're keeping an eye out and paying attention to what's going on in the road. And let me see, I want to play with the settings a little bit. There's one more setting that takes these screens fully 3D. There you go, 3D cluster, and turn it on. Look at this, guys. Can you see the difference? You see, like, it turned on those 3D. Turn that on. This is off, and this is on. It looks absolutely amazing. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up, but you gotta trust me on this. Now you have the 14-inch screen right here. Now this is all map right now. You can control it several different ways. I'm gonna take you to the home screen, and here's your menu. So here's your map, navigation, Sirius XM, media, HD radio data, phone, connected services, phone projection. And we go to voice memo, setup, valet mode, seat, passenger talk, quiet mode. It has all the features that we've been talking about on any of the Hyundai Genesis vehicle. Any possible feature that they have, it has it. So map, navigation, self-explanatory. You have the satellite radio, media, you can connect your phone to it, HD radio data right here. So you have the traffic, Doppler, radar, fuel prices, and go back from here. Phone, connected services, phone projection. Unfortunately, you have to use a cable to select for Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Not sure why they do it even on the high-end models like this. And then go back. Voice memo allows you to record a short recording, so you don't have to look for the sticky note setup. Let's see, driver one logged in. So you have the vehicle navigation, sound, device connections, user profile, and you can basically select several different options. Change that. See, there's a button. Any of the buttons on the steering wheel that have either a star or a mode are customizable, and you can select those. And see the custom button by audio, you can select it into home, Bluetooth audio, driver assistance setting, phone, passenger, quiet mode, display on and off, and any of those. And then there's several different buttons right there. Now I've been using the trackpad, which I'm going to show you, but you can also use, you know, this is a touchscreen, so you can also use that as far as your controller. You can also use the voice if you wanted to. You have the phone projections we went through here. Valet mode, seat. Let's take a look. So as far as the seat, passenger seat controls, second row seat controls, second row seats fold on fold. We can do that all from right here, so you don't have to get out or you don't have to reach out to adjust the seats. You can do them right here from the infotainment system. Let's go back from here. Passenger talk. Now, in case your voice is not strong enough to project into the rear passengers, or they're wearing headphones connected to the system, you can use the passenger talk. It's going to project your voice to that. If they want it to be left alone, quiet mode will turn off the rear speakers and limit output of the front speakers. Climate control right here, this nice navigation or animation. It shows you basically where the air is coming out of and you know what temperatures we have. I'll show you how to adjust that. And notifications and manual. Now manual will give you a QR code, so you can take that on your phone and pull up the manual on here. So let's put it in reverse. Let's see how the rear view camera looks like. And this is where we at. Reverse. So you have the top down view. Now it's looking like that's a rear view camera, and then we have several different options, right? So this is the rear view camera. This is the rear view straight from the top down, and this is the side cameras. You also have, you know, the ability to move this vehicle around and, you know, see what's going on. Even the shadows of the trees, they're so accurate. This is pretty cool. And different adjustments. So if you don't want to see the parking guidelines, or if you want to display them, don't display them, this is where you select all of this. Now keep in mind, the navigation is still on the right hand side even if you select all this. So this is a pretty cool feature. Let's put it in park so we don't roll. And this is your infotainment system. Now, right here, these are your vents, blowing nice and cool air without an excessive fan noise. And right underneath here, this is your control system for your climate control. Adjust your temperature, however you want it. You can use it low, medium, and high, and you can also control your heated, ventilated seats. Let's do the ventilated seats. Definitely not heated. Come on. Oh, here it is. Ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. Now you can turn on AC. Bunch of shortcut buttons. So this is for your map navigation. Again, this is your favorite button, radio media setup, and hazard lights in the middle. And right here is where you can control it. This is what I've been using to move my cursor around this screen, and then if you press on it, it select that option. Now I really wish I could present you this lexicon stereo because it sounds absolutely amazing, but due to the YouTube copyright policies, I'm actually unable to do that. So here's your shortcut buttons, back home menu, volume, tune right here, and then this is where you shift your gears. So this is tempered glass made, looks like a crystal, right? Now we have the P that's illuminated, which means we're in park. But if you want to start driving, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake, of course, and twist it. See, we're in drive or we're in reverse, however you want to do it. Hit that button to put it in park. You have also the auto hold for your brakes, and right to the side, we have the drive modes. So here's another selector that controls the drive modes. Here's your hill descent assist. You actually have a center diff lock. You also have the parking sensors, and you have the camera. So right here, that's what happens when I turn on the camera. This is actually a parking assistant. So basically this is it. Here's a couple other things. Now here's what we have. So we have the wireless charging for your phone. You also have the 2 USB type A ports, and close that and open this portion up, and these are your cup holders. And of course you have more storage right inside of the middle console. Again, nicely padded with the Napa leather, and then up on top you have the frameless mirror. Then you have your control for your HomeLink system. You even have your sunglasses holder. Here, how do they work? There you go. Here's your LED lights. And then if you were wondering how the sunroof looks like, front and back, both of them are opening up, and the front glass panel can be opened as such. Nice windscreen. Lets a lot of nice air inside of this vehicle. It looks great, has some cool features. Let's see how it drives. Well guys, let me show you something. It says, warning, this is matte paint vehicle, handle with special care, do not wash. So just in case you were thinking that maybe I was being lazy and then want to run the car through the wash, no, this is really the case. One of the things to consider when you're looking for this matte finish, it looks absolutely awesome, but you do need to hand wash it, usually using some kind of special product for the matte paint. Now let's talk about the pricing a little bit. Well, first of all, this is the most expensive one. I just happen to have the sticker right here for this vehicle, and this is a 2024 GV80 all-wheel drive 3.5 liter Prestige Signature. So this is definitely a mouthful, but this is what the Genesis call it. And the price on it, I don't know if you can see it right at the bottom, $82,825. Now this is the most expensive GV80 that it's available, but don't get discouraged if you say, hey, I like the shape of this vehicle, I like the look, I like some of the features, but maybe I don't want to spend that much money. Maybe I don't have that much money. Well, worry nothing, because the Genesis GV80, the same body style, the same cool looks, is going to start at $57,450. That will come with the less powerful 300 horsepower engine, 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder. Now, this the 3.5 liter V6, which is what I have for you today, all-wheel drive. All of the Genesis GV80s with the 3.5 are going to be all-wheel drives. I'm going to start at 64.6. So a little bit more, probably about what is it, $7,000 more than the four-cylinder. Miles per gallon, gas mileage, 18 in the city, 23 on the expressway on this. So, we got this out of the way, right? Now we have the 3.5 V6 all-wheel drive Prestige Signature, and this is a model in its own, 81.5, because it's got all of the cool features. It's got the dark chrome trim, 6-way second row power captain chairs with wing type headrest, second row wireless charging. Well, let's see how it drives. I'll tell you, they look awesome. There's no question about it. They came a long way from being a trim of a Hyundai vehicle. I don't know if you remember that, or if you know that Genesis started off as a four-door sedan, and then the two-door coupe, which was a Hyundai Genesis here in the United States. And then it wasn't until, I'm not even sure what year, but I believe either 2013 when they started doing Genesis as its own brand. So it's been, just over 10 years for Genesis to being its own separate brand, and they've done some things that no other company has done before, entering a very competitive, very clannish luxury market. Most of those people would not look at anything other than Mercedes or BMW or Audi maybe, okay? And now you see these all over the road. They made it slightly more affordable. Now, they're by no means they're cheap vehicles, but they're more affordable than the Mercedes and BMW, and they have all kinds of features, sometimes more features as a standard equipment than the competitors. They also look good, they feel good on the inside, so definitely kudos to Genesis for doing that. Now, I am on this very loud road here that I test out a lot of my Hyundai vehicles, and I tell you, very little noise coming from outside of the cabin, coming from those big wheels, 22-inch wheels. And then we should hear like almost no noise. I'll tell you when, just about now, because we switched, the road surface switched from one to another, and it's completely different. Now, I'm in the sports mode, and it does have the adaptive suspension, so it's a little bit stiffer ride, which I like. But if you wanted to put it in the comfort mode or eco mode, now the vehicle relaxes, and you can feel that on the steering wheel, you can feel that on the suspension. Definitely there is a difference between the comfort and the sport mode, and it has my favorite feature right in the instrument cluster. It has the blind spot monitoring system that displays the image from the right or left camera inside of the dials, and this is a super good safety feature on this vehicle right here. I'm going to flip it back into the sports mode, and there you go. Right away you can feel there's no difference in sound of the engine, but definitely difference in performance. Let me just step down on it. Woohoo. It is very nice. Well, I'm gonna turn it around, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna try to do from the stop acceleration on this vehicle, and we're gonna see how well it performs. Okay, here I'm stopping. There you go. Nobody behind me. Let's go. And there you go, we're at 60. Really nice acceleration. Also, that tachometer, I just noticed that, never paid attention. It goes like the opposite direction, so it goes from right to left instead of, maybe they all do that. Now that I think about it, I think so, maybe. I don't know. That looks pretty cool though. It feels good. Now, most of the SUVs, right? Most of the SUV manufacturers are going for the most seats, but not everybody that buys SUVs have a family or have a need for as many seats. Sometimes it might be just you and your wife, your partner, or maybe it's just you driving this vehicle. Once in a while, you have your friends in the back. Once in a while, you have a designated driver and you're going to be in the back lounging in these comfortable seats. So definitely, guys, check out this vehicle if you haven't already. If you're anywhere in Florida, go check out the guys at Genesis of Lakewood. They're a good group of people. I'm going to post a link and the phone number in the description of this video, so it makes it easier in case you were interested in looking at this or maybe another Genesis. Give them a call. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope you like videos like this. Help me support the channel by hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.